Healthy communities are built upon access to fresh water and thoughtful wastewater management. In the U.S., 1 billion glasses of water are consumed every day. We cook, clean, bathe, grow crops, and even generate electricity with it. Of all the water on Earth, 97% is salt water and 2% is trapped in glaciers. This leaves less than 1% as fresh water for our cooking, cleaning, bathing, agricultural, and industrial uses. No new water is ever created on Earth. The existing source is endlessly recycled through ever-changing forms within Earth's ever-evolving ecosystem. As populations and demand increases, the source of water does not. Seeing as how our bodies are 2/3 water and water covers 75% of the planet, it's clear that human abundance depends on thoughtful management and protection of our fresh water resource. Where does our Calvert County water come from? There are two sources of fresh water: surface water and groundwater, or aquifers. When a water-bearing rock readily transmits water to wells and springs, it is called an aquifer. Wells can be drilled into aquifers and water can be pumped out. Precipitation eventually adds water into the porous rock of the aquifer. Here in southern Maryland, we depend on aquifers for the vast majority of our water supply. These aquifers include Piney Point Nanjemoy, the Aquia, Magathie, and Lower Patapsco aquifers. The Piney Point Nanjemoy aquifer is primarily used for small water users, such as self-supplied residential users and small businesses. The Aquia aquifer is the primary source of public water supply within Calvert County. Altogether, dozens of community water systems are currently using dozens of wells that draw from these primary aquifers. How does this water get to us? Private users access the water directly through wells, which often fills up a tank that supplies water to the property on an as-needed basis. Public users receive water transported to them through a public water supply system. County-owned public water systems deliver to approximately 5,470 customers throughout Calvert, in addition to other public water systems that are not owned by the county. The water distribution systems are comprised of more than 77 miles of water mains, 750 fire hydrants, 14 elevated storage tanks, 12 hydropneumatic tanks, a standpipe, and other water infrastructure components that make it possible for clean water to be delivered to the county's residential, institutional, industrial, and commercial customers. Before any of this water can reach public user households, it must be pumped from the aquifers into a disinfection process where chlorine or chloramine is added to kill parasites, viruses, and germs. Specific filtration processes are located at two facilities to address groundwater quality issues from naturally occurring mineral deposits, as well as use of a sequestering agent in multiple systems to address iron and manganese deposits where levels do not warrant filtration. Who regulates the water quality? Any facility that serves water to 25 or more people a day for more than 60 days per year is a public water system. The Federal Safe Drinking Water Act establishes requirements for public drinking water systems, and the Maryland Department of Environment has primary authority for enforcing the federal requirements. Protection of drinking water involves the use of the best possible source and protecting that source from contamination, ensuring adequate supplies for the demand, conducting routine monitoring of water quality, regularly inspecting water treatment infrastructure, and ensuring that consumers are informed about their drinking water. Calvert County releases its Consumer Confidence Report annually. Private wells are not regulated by the EPA, but by the Maryland Department of Environment and the Calvert County Health Department. The Calvert County Department of Public Works, Water, and Sewerage Division is committed to providing its customers with drinking water that meets or exceeds all state and federal drinking water standards. What is an EDU? An equivalent dwelling unit is a state and local unit of measure to calculate 1. The quarterly average of a property's water usage from a development planning and adequate public facilities standpoint, and 2. The quarterly average of a given property's sewer usage if connected to a public wastewater system. An EDU allocates an assigned capacity permitted by the state and managed by a county for each water system and wastewater treatment plant. One EDU equals 18,000 gallons of water per calendar quarter, or approximately 200 gallons of water per day. An EDU is based on actual water consumption on those systems owned and operated by the Calvert County Department of Public Works, Water and Sewerage Division. What are capital connection fees? Capital connection fees are monies charged for a property's capacity allocation to public water and sewage systems. The fees are needed to perform maintenance and upgrades to support the infrastructure that delivers safe water and for collecting, treating, and releasing effluent over the life of a system. Capital connection fees are updated from time to time with permission by the Board of County Commissioners. Private well and septic systems are not responsible for any capital connection fees, as the investment and management of private systems are the responsibility of the private owner. Smart resource management. There are risks associated with withdrawing fresh water faster than the rate aquifers can naturally replenish themselves or recharge. A cone of depression is formed where the water table sinks because of heavy pumping. Water is extracted out of the ground, which leaves an airy space around the soil particles. If the pumping rate is faster than the water flowing in, it results in the drawdown of the water table at the location of the pump. The water table surrounding the pump slopes down, making a cone-shaped pattern around the curved walls. The area above the cone of depression is called the area of influence. The faster the pumping and drawing out of the water, the larger the cone of depression will be, resulting in a lower and lower water table. One method of addressing declining water levels is by using assisted groundwater recharge. Induced recharge is the practice of increasing the amount of water that enters an aquifer through human-controlled means. The United States Geological Survey and Calvert County government monitor aquifers to evaluate the quality and effect of groundwater depletion and recharge, providing vital information to property owners and others who depend on groundwater resources. Calvert County Government Water and Sewer is an enterprise fund. An enterprise fund is a user-supported service separate from the local government's general fund, in which revenues generated by users and expenditures related to management of the enterprise service come together to accomplish a common goal. Examples of enterprise fund operating include the Public Water and Sewer Division and the landfill. Charges for public water and sewer services. Your water and sewer payments go towards common costs associated with operating the public water and sewer system, such as replacing fixtures, fittings and equipment, and buildings like pump houses, wells, and tanks. Review our How Do I Read My Water and Sewer Bill video for breakdown of costs associated with your water and sewer bill. Empowering the consumer. As populations grow, so does the shared responsibility of fresh water and wastewater management for our collective health and prosperity. The most effective tools for thoughtful resource management are education, conservation, and innovation. Practicing water conservation on a regular basis not only lowers your bill, but also extends the usable life of water supply infrastructure. Sound water use practices make us more resilient during extreme weather events. Consult calvertcountymaryland.gov water saving tips for tips on how to save water usage in your household. Be an educated consumer. Sign up for water and sewer updates at calvertcountymd.gov water and sewer. Together, we can manage our water and sewer resources to ensure a future water supply for generations to come.
Ooh.